Alright, let's see what we got. Damn, I don't remember where... I think this one has a watchdog. I want to say it has a watchdog. I love you too, I-Man. And howdy, Xavier. Good to see you both in the chat. Oh, oh. Ah, no, we've covered... Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Well, shit. Maybe... bottom? Oh, God, I do not remember. I do not remember where the watchdogs are. Okay, this one still has a boss, so... Okay, good. Watchdog here. To make a new character named Bora for this. I will not. We're fine. It's all fine. I mean, I would like to get the Greatsword one, ideally, but we're... Wait. 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 Is that the proper textures? Oh, gosh. I don't know if this is properly textured or not. Oh, no. That looks a bit low quality for what I want, but we'll see. Ah, fine. I'll open this goddamn thing just to be sure. Again, I hate that sound effect. I'm pretty sure it's an error. And it's annoying every time it happens. No, does it have to be this way? Oh, God. Oh, no. My memory. Wait, what? Huh? There has to be an exit around it. There we go. I truly am just blind. Yeah, I don't want the sorcerer ones, ideally. I'd like to just get the greatsword ones for the main images here, but... we'll see if we can find them. Alright, please. Please be worth it. Nope, it's the same. Okay, good. God, these textures then really suck, you know? Use the mirror to change your voice. I know! I am very much aware. But I don't like any of the other voices either. So it's like, okay, take the voice I like, but the shitty, you know, death, you know, injure scream that sounds like a falling scream. Or not, you know? Wait. There we go. That's good. Love these cat dogs. I mean, they're just bizarre looking, you know? Sometimes they have 3 heads, sometimes not, you know? I can't tell if the idea is this supposed to be, like, moss or gold, you know? Anyway. Let's get out of here. not gonna have to worry about opening it for the others then, because now I'll know, okay, yeah, the texture's just the texture. It looks really shitty. Oh god, I hear the omen from here. Magic, fire, lightning, huh? If that's the case, then I might have to go back, but whatever. We'll start with the, regular watchdog with the great sword, if I can. No, this is the... I don't think this one has a duelist. I don't remember what this one had at this catacomb. I'm pretty sure I've killed the boss here. This one had the lightning one. This one had the black knife, but also maybe a normal one. Let me double check this one. Yeah, it might be something where some weird stuff's going on with disabling the AI, so if I have to, I'll try it. Okay, no, you're... Alright, we're moving on. Yeah, I thought there was another catacomb. Oh, yeah, there is. Like, I could have swore there's more than just one catacomb. So this one might have what I'm looking for. Please, please tell me that. Oh, no. I think I killed it. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well, if there was a watchdog here. Minor Erdtree catacombs? Probably Masa, maybe. I mean, the idea is supposed to be that it's, like, kind of dysfunctional, so it would make sense to me if it was Moss. Oh, no, this one's also been killed. Damn. Alright, what about this one? Same here. This one's a tree spirit, from what I recall. This one's the Explodey boys. Hello? There we go. Alrighty. There's none up here. Yeah, I might have killed all the actual proper watchdogs. I think the only ones left will probably be that. In that case... Oh, no. Not continue! I hit down! I would not be surprised if there's a model somewhere of the sword watchdogs with the gem or whatever it was going to be for the eye. I have to imagine it's a gem because why a grave rob? Like, I don't know, like a pretty looking rock, you know? Like it's a painted rock or something, right? Alright, let's go to delete. Delete, who somehow has evaded deletion. It's a miracle, really. It's a month till Night Rain, good amount of time for some DS stuff. Yeah, I'm about to finish with Erdtree's Beginning, and then I'm going to rush it to try to do Iron Keep. And then if I can get anything else done after Iron Keep, that'll be great. Because, yeah, once the Alkin and Ven thing is, you know, properly updated with all the other stuff, I'm going to be pretty satisfied with, like, in terms of most of the content. I'll just be working on some of the side stuff. I have Pharos pretty much done already. Sorry, Pharos, I should... I'm using Elden Ring terminology now. Kill me. Just in case. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Oh, I'm crazy. It's not here. No, it's over here. There we go. Really? Turning off the game speed for a sec. I'll be honest, I can't tell what exactly those things are supposed to be. I guess they're just supposed to be random, like, stone clusters or something? Maybe something like a mace? I don't know. This feels like something they must have done a historical reference for. I'm pretty sure the horns are just because they want to make them look more like the imps who also have little horns and stuff to them. You know? Something like this, yeah. They do smack you with your tail if you're behind them. I guess then, yeah, it's supposed to be a kind of club. I don't know, just the textures are so, ugh. Alright, we're gonna give this a shot with, let me pause. Alright. Always stealth off. I hate the song at the moment, so don't want to listen to that thing too loud. There we go. There we go. Alright. Okay, so it turns it on when the fight starts. Good to know. Okay, so it's something that, like, you see the thing, like, it does its weird little, like, eye thing, and then it activates its tail. That's good to know. Hmm. Something like this? Nothing crazy. Surprised it hasn't done the fire thing yet. Do I need to be farther away, or? There we go. Uh-huh. Think something like this would work. God, it looks stupid no matter how you try to make it. You can't make this thing just kind of floating there look good, unfortunately. It's not possible. Oh! Guess this will be the best one. There we go. You can see, chat. You can solve any fog wall problem with enough creativity. Shoots a ball of lightning instead of breath for that one in the what's it called, the Wyndham Catacombs. Makes sense. All right. I think we can try to go for seeing the startup animation one more time. That is so creepy. Yes, yeah. Moves like it's haunted. Yeah, I can see it. Alright, that's all I really wanted to grab from you. Okay. Pommel is in regular shape. There might be some value to take a photo of. I mean, we already got shots of the sword and stuff, so there's a close-up there. What do I want to show with this thing? So we got the activation. We got it doing some of its attacks and stuff. We got shots of it with a staff. I guess we can get those shots when the staff stuff is active. I can't remember if I've killed Lightning Boy yet, but... Amazing enemies. I think they're cool designs. Sure, I can go with that. I don't know if I'm, like, that crazy about them, though, you know? I mean, they're kind of simple. I feel like they used them just enough and just right, you know, for all the repeatable bosses we have. Wyndham. No, not you. I wouldn't say it has a painful existence, it has a mechanical existence, you know? It's all mechanisms there, right? You know, it's like doing a startup. It's like, okay, is my eyes functioning? My face moving around, right? Like, it's obviously meant to be creepy, but like in the horror movie doll kind of creepy, if that makes sense. All right, chat. Let's do this one. Ow. It's opened this door. Ugh. Woo! Alrighty. Ow. There we go. Then we go back here. Want to get a shot of how this chamber is also, you know. Yeah, it's never gonna make that work. Alright. Let us see what we can do here. Turn off game speed, turn off always stealth. Yeah, no. Other angle is best. Yep. We're good. Sick projectile. It is pretty neat. Michael Saki should have given us Watch Dogs trio. Oh my god. I mean, you get 3-headed Watch Dogs. What more could you ask for but your little Cerberus, you know? Your own Cerberus. Okay, so we got the lightning ones just so I have those on record. I don't care for the cold ones right now. We've got stuff of the magic ones before. Oh. I guess it's okay if we go for a little bit. Or is it? I guess it's okay since we've opened this anyway to at least get the whole magic flame thing. And then we'll be done. Oh. Yes, yes, I know. I didn't defeat the boss yet. I know. Why are you making me do this? Yeah, it's definitely a very cool effect, for sure. Man, it's gonna be cool, though, when I have to get animations for the Divine Beasts, because they have a lot of really cool little, you know, like, effects to their attack, so... There must be some real pretty shots you can get from those guys. Thankfully, though, I'm not having to deal with the horn scent right now. So I guess we're just gonna have to consider that a wonderful treat when we get to it, eventually, one day, in the far future, hopefully. Gosh. Thank God you didn't make this that long. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. Let's see you do the weird eye thing one last time. Huh! No magic flame. Well. Oh! Yeah, get over here. Oh! There. There we go. Oh! I guess no magic flame bullshit this time. Oh. Ow! Yeah. Yeah, okay. It just doesn't do the flame thing here. And also, as they use the free cam in the cutscene to show the lion's eyes don't glow when they get up. Well, until they get up. Well, I'll have to remember that until then, Xavier. And we both know that's not going to happen, so... You may as well just save it to tell me while we're doing it. Alright. Alright. So we got lightning, magic. We got the standard one with the fire, which is the most important for what I'm doing. I already have shots at the imp, so we'll be good on that front. Yeah, overall, it seems to me like we're good. And with that, it's just a matter of polishing up the stuff on Erdtree Burial. I've added a bit more to it beyond just the whole, you know, Guardian thing. So I just need to wrap things up so we can basically say, okay, Erdtree's beginning is done. It's been a long time coming, but I can finally say that we've got that post updated and everything for the DLC, and now people can actually read my content and feel relatively confident they are my up-to-date thoughts on it, well, everything I posted. Wonder if the Watchdog exists before America Rise to Power? I have the same questions about Rosas. I still don't know when exactly he enters the picture, right? I really don't know. Imps feel generic enough that they could have come with anything, so I can imagine the Watchdogs are the same way, because they're supposed to be their leaders. But Rosas is weird because he's such a specific figure. He's got a name and everything. There's, like, items and stuff associated with him. But I don't feel like we see anything that's, you know, Rosas flavored for, like, the pre-Erdtree Burial stuff, so I really don't know. And if he is an Erdtree Burial thing, I just don't know why the hell you'd come up with that to guide the dead, you know? You doing a Catacombs article? No. I'm just expanding on Erdtree Burial as, like, its own section for my Erdtree's Beginning article. Because right now, the thesis... I mean, the thesis is already humongous now because we've covered all the stuff on Marika and the Shadow Tree and everything, right? Like, we got so much added content here, plus all the changes and stuff, but, like, the big thing now is going to be, you know, wrapping up with Erdtree Burial. Because now that I've talked about the gold and the shadow stuff to as much as I can surmise, I feel like it's best to kind of end up on the thing where they meet, you know, with Erdtree Burial, because that's where it's like, okay, you kind of get the, you know, the whole life and death thing intersecting there. So I feel that's a good place to end the post now. And then after we've established all of the basics about Erdtree Burial, now it's not going to be so awkward for people when I'm talking about the Watchdogs and how, look, you have the Sorcery Staff Watchdogs and stuff. Because, like, I've already established what those are, what they are, like, why they're significant, yada yada. You know, I've already talked about all the basics there, so that's going to be good. Same with the Imps. And then, though I think Imps, by necessity, I have to talk about in previous articles, right? Like, I talk about Imp Seal statues. Yeah, I've talked about those quite a few bit now, so that's still going to be something where it's like, okay, I have to talk about it just because it's necessary, but at the very least, I'm actually clarifying what an imp is and stuff, right? Like, so that's going to be nice. Would the Shaman Grandmother being the village tree be a proto-Erdtree Burial? If so, why on the surface? I have no idea what's going on with the two Newman tree ladies that we see. I do not, nothing immediately, like, clicks with me on that, so, like, I just kind of accept it as it is and moved on, and, you know, if it ever, you know, we discover something, like, major that will, like, either change any of my assessment, or, at the very least, give me something to add to my existing assessment, we'll do it then. But for now, I don't care about the tree woman. Okay. And then, oh my god. Yay! Got more golden leaves. Oh, I have to double check. Did I talk about the I don't think I included the black leaves for the Shadow Tree thing. I think that was one of the things I ended up forgetting to add. Damn it. I have to go back and make sure that's in there. But the Erdtree Burial stuff is mostly complete now. So I think that should be good. So in total, the sections are going to be establishing how the Erdtree and the Great Tree are basically the same thing. Talk about Marika's origins and backstory, right? Talk about what goes on between Marika and the Horn Scent leading to the actual birth of the Erdtree. talk about all the things that the Erd Tree does upon the land, the surroundings, its effects, and all that stuff. Just cover all the basics on the Erd Tree. Cover the Shadow Tree and all the basics and stuff that we need to know about that for the essential foundations. And then round it all out with Erd Tree Burial. I think that sounds like a very fair, like, holistic analysis of, you know, the origin of the beginning of the Erd Tree, as it were, right? Now, there's still some stuff I could probably fill in for as holes. Like, I'd like to kind of talk more. I'd like to, like, you know, elaborate probably in the future about, like, you know, why the Erd Tree is so affected by, like, the Flame of Ruin, but seemingly not anything else. Like, you can't just set the Erd Tree on fire normally or whatever, right? Also, of course, the importance of destined death and stuff like that. But that's something where I'm like, I don't totally understand that currently. So, like, I'm not even gonna bother to mention it. Do you think Shadow Tree might be shadowy because it is, too, is a shadowy spirit of something killed by Messmer's flame? No. No. I think the Shadow Tree is a direct vibe, but, like, based on all indications I've seen and its associations, I think it's a direct result of Marika removing the Rune of Death from the Erd Tree. Because, again, keep in mind, Shadow Tree is just the Shadow Tree in Japanese, and the Erd Tree is just the Golden Tree in Japanese. So, and the idea is, like, you know, Gold and Shadow were born together and all that jazz. The idea seems to very much be that when Marika removed the Rune of Death at the start of her Golden Order, right? Which was, again, when she was becoming God there with the whole Gate of Divinity and all that stuff, like, that's when she decided, okay, I'm going to remove this rune of this. And the whole point of the Rune of Death is it is a shadow, right? That seems to be the point where it's like, okay, when the Elden Ring got converted into a seed, which gave birth to the Erd Tree, the Shadow Rune, and maybe it's not just the Rune of Death, maybe there are other shadows, but the point is that that shadow aspect of the gold, it's disconnected, but it's still got some sort of connection to it, similar to the Great Runes and things. So it has an equal parts reaction to the Golden Tree coming to be, and because they cannot become one tree together, right? Like, both runes aren't developing one tree, you know, as a united, you know, ring. The Shadow Tree gets born separately, and at the same time the Shadow Dimension thing it comes from. So, yeah, Gold was born alongside Shadow. Gold was born like that, and also Shadow. Anyway, oh, looks like I think that, yeah, no, it's not a problem. Let's grab this controller. This controller with the wire. Anyway, that covers everything that I want to grab. Hopefully, I'm not gonna have to return to this article anytime too soon. We can focus on getting some of the Dark Souls 2 stuff finally wrapped up. I really, really want to be done with Dark Souls 2, so that way we can, you know, just have that behind us. And then I can focus on, obviously, more Elden Ring, but also Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, because god damn, my Ariandel thesis has been half done. Literally half done. Forever! This poor thing, it's been years now, years! I, like, did a little bit more work on it, like, half a year ago, and then I'm like, maybe people would actually want to see this done. No, they still want goddamn Londor. Would any other major remove rune has no major cheers? The Rune of Death exclusive? I would assume Rune of Death is exclusive, but again, I don't know if there are other shadow runes that go with the Rune of Death and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of question marks I have about this, because again, I don't fully understand the relationship between gold and shadow, which I assume gold and light are synonymous in this context, right? Because we also have the light and shadow stuff with the horn sense things and all that. And again, this all goes back down to the questions of drilling down the cosmology, which I have not done yet. I'm focused a lot on just trying to get the history, and then hopefully the cosmology will become much more easier to discern once we've got all those, you know, as much as we can, at least, on that front. Anyway, gonna be going now. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.